Ladies and gentlemen, I don't watch very much television these days, but if I am watching TV, it will surely be something decent and not crap, like Bernie Mac. The Bernie Mac show was one of the stupidest shows broadcasted on both Fox and all of television. That now deceased man is as funny as the housing market crash of 2008. That was actually the year he died. Believe it or not, I have no idea what crack Fox was smoking when they decided to launch a sitcom starring the most uneloquent man in show business. There's nothing special about the guy's comedy, and he has no interesting reads in any episode I had seen when this show was airing, just 5 years ago. I actually managed to see about 75% of the episodes spanned from all 5 seasons, since there was always somebody in my house who had switched the TV, in the living room or in the basement to Fox at the time it was airing, or during a rerun. And always on a school weekend. I've never seen the man's stand-up comedy routine, but having witnessed most of this show in passing during the first part of my teenage years gives me no inclination to seek it out. It was just more of the same. Case in point, one episode in particular, which was titled The Sweet Life in Season 2, had him bitching like a total moron about his doctor informing him that a blood test came back positive for high cholesterol. Just like with all the unhealthy disgusting fathers and husbands on sitcoms. What the ever-loving fuck is that about? Was he able to remember, or even comprehend what he was saying? And nothing is worse than that fucking room that he plants his fat ass on the chair in, shouting America, 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 are you listening? America, suck the diarrhea out of my forward pores and fingernails. America, 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 America. It's like he has Tourette's. He shouts, when he's in that chair in that poorly lit somnolence-inducing room, looking straight into the camera. This happens between almost every actual plot scene and It's Always for an incoherent rant in which he wages his verbal masturbatory diatribes and threats of physical abuse toward other characters, particularly Jordan and Vanessa. Where are these should-be jailed Fox executives who thought airing scenes of verbal and mental abuse towards children was suitable? Out of 5 episodes that I remember having last seen, I recall there being at least one line in each episode which included a line by Bernie Mac stating how he would take his hand or fist and strike at the children, the wife included. He even said he would kill the little one, Brianna, in one episode. Somebody call the fucking zoo and contain this funny piece of dead weight. Maybe I wouldn't blame him. Jordan's presence always becomes a letdown, because he keeps making fuck-ups with everything he says and does. And Vanessa does nothing but remain a hollow shell of a moping teenage brat. Every chance there is during an episode subplot for her to develop her character, it always ends up with her giving everyone a sassy, uninterested remark and then wandering off through the sad orange and brown colored corridors searching for Botox coupons. Brianna, otherwise known as Baby Girl, is similar to the character Dewey in Malcolm in the Middle, showcasing herself as the oddball who consistently manages to create Bernie into the foil character. She's an alright character, but her actress was too young to create 4 more sophisticated sketches of comedy, often rendering me disinterested in her as a character. It's too bad her actress didn't have knowledge of the clown Bernie Mac really was, or to maturely witness how shitty of a show it was. It actually lasted only 5 seasons, which is a short longevity, on average. Even still, the scenes with the 3 kids were far more amusing than the adult scenes with Bernie mumbling to his smoking and alcoholic friends and vastly more attractive wife. She's not even in the box design for the season 1 DVD. What the fuck? There's nothing distinctive about this show in comparison to hundreds of sitcoms and or television shows which have come before it. The trademark unique trait of this show amounts to handwritten captions on the screen, often with arrows pointing to specific characters in a frame. This is such a poor attempt to improve upon the lack of humor that already plagues the show. Like really? Maybe there should have been a laugh track, if the main script writing can't accomplish the amusement aspect. Not even the set designs make up for the shitty writing and acting. Just have a good fucking look at Bernie Mac's house. It looks more suitable, rather, for an antidepressant medication advert. I mean Jesus fucking Christ, enough with all those oranges and dark browns. It stresses me out and makes me anxious, making me feel like I would be going to school at a television studio next to a studio, where they film America's Next Top Anorexics. It certainly doesn't make Los Angeles appear less repelling of a place to live. When this show was on, I could never do any of my homework in the living room, because my little siblings would want to watch this fucking show. Those annoying horns would chime and then about a minute into it, there would be blood droplets in my notebook and or textbooks, because Bernie would be making my ears bleed. It would be so obnoxious. Just imagine, if Chain Chomp had a TV show. Not worth it should ring a bell. As a character, he has no redeeming qualities, and rather than trying to break away from the stereotype of the dumb bumbling father/husband of the sitcom, he perpetuates that stereotype. Take for instance, there's an episode, I believe in season 1, in which, portraying his real-life self, goes on a radio talk showing with the station airing and the microphone on, talks about his nephew's mother, his sister in rehab. This results in background characters finding out at Vanessa's school. How fucking stupid is this asshole? How are we supposed to like this character? The episode ends with him not properly doing justice for those he wronged during its 22-minute course. In conclusion, Bernie Mac is an ugly, annoying, sexist, chauvinistic, unintelligent, and needlessly violent sack of bullshit who Fox tragically allotted 30 minutes to every week for 5 years. And most importantly, because he's in a sitcom, he's not even funny. His intelligence is as lacking as his morale is discombobulated. 30 minutes which could have been dedicated to better television shows. It's a good thing Fox has been getting better shows lately. To all the writers and producers in the West Coast, don't let creeps like this guy get their own television show again.